Bungie originally started making Halo games for Microsoft back in 1999 and had massive success with the franchise, all the way until they assigned 343 Industries to take on the mantle. Bungie decided that they no longer wanted to be tied down to Microsoft and forced to only make Halo games, and so they went to pursue a creation of a game being imagined in the background, Destiny. But shortly after parting with Microsoft, they signed a contract with Activision, which is arguably the reason for their fall from grace. 343 Industries had quite the shoes to fill. Halo was one of the top franchises, with millions of dedicated fans watching and waiting for their Halo fix. The community at the time was still suffering from the diversifying Halo reach, so 343 should have tread lightly, taking a bit more time to scope out the community and get a feel for what they wanted. But unfortunately, 343 started instantly making changes to many aspects about Halo, trying to make it their own. Now, they have every right to make Halo their own, but the way they did it created an even bigger disturbance for the community. It was clear at the launch of Halo 4 that the art design, music design, gameplay, weapons, and so many established and beloved things the community held dear were suddenly alien and almost unrecognizable. The change was drastic, fast, and loud. It was instantly criticized. The story of the game was loved by many, but also hated by others, and the multiplayer's lifespan died out before it even started. Then, Halo MCC came out. It sounded like a dream come true. Every mainline Halo game except for Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach was coming to the new console. But as we know, it released utterly broken and was almost unplayable, with insurmountable glitches and bugs littering the entire game. And the community was once again burned. It's impossible for 343 to not have known that they made a large leap in the wrong direction. However, to the community's dismay, the release of Halo 5 seemed to be a slap in the face. Everything wrong with Halo 4 and MCC seemed to have been done even worse in Halo 5. Every complaint, criticism, and suggestion seemed to be taken as a list of things to make worse. It seemed almost intentional. The only thing that was arguably done better was the multiplayer, but even that was almost barren of content at launch, and contained advanced mobility, which was incessantly and deeply hated by most of the longtime fans. The community was burned a third time by 343. By this point, I and many other Halo fans promised to never buy another Halo game, and we hated 343 for seemingly butchering our childhood. But then, Halo Wars 2 came. It returned to a more classic art style, a simpler story that was actually engaging, fun missions, Marines who were fun yet again, and a return of a military-focused theme, and a lot of other things that the community had been begging for suddenly seemed to be plentiful. Now, I'm personally not an RTS fan at all, but I recently purchased Halo Wars 2 due to the fact that I don't play my Xbox anymore, and I still loved it to pieces. Sure, there's still more things 343 needs to change, like the Forerunner art design, microtransactions, and such, but this was still the most Halo thing we've had in a very, very long time, and by the prophets, the Halo Infinite trailers give me literal goosebumps every time I see them, even though I've watched them about 20 times, no joke. Take all of this and add it to the fact that 343 is being super interactive with the community, really transparent, more so than any other game company in existence, and are striving to make a more community-focused and community-driven game company, like Bungie back before the dark days. And what a change you have. And honestly, it's something we could really use in a lot of other developers. Take EA for example. They were rated the worst company consecutively in 2012 and 2013. They are shady, anti-consumer, liars, exploiters, and all in all, a really shitty company. But what if they had a change of heart like 343? What if suddenly they didn't want to be the bad guy anymore? I doubt that's ever going to happen, to be honest, but just entertain my hypothetical for a moment. What if EA decides to not be shitty? They stopped the shady and exploitive microtransactions. They stopped lying and deceiving in trailers and adverts. They stopped draining decent companies like DICE and others to a husk. Currently, EA has Respawn under their dirty bloodstained thumb, and after the Titanfall series, I've grown to really like Respawn. If EA sucks the life and soul out of that company too, I don't think I and many others could ever forgive them. So if EA truly did change as drastically as 343, think of how many game series would be saved. Think of if Activision did it too, and imagine how the new Modern Warfare could turn out. For all we know, 343 is just the beginning of the gaming company revival, and in 5 years' time, we'll look back at this era of gaming as the greedy, selfish, and dark era of game companies which nearly killed the spirit of all gamers. God, one can only hope. So, 343 has made so many changes that it brings a tear to my eye every time I think about Halo. The transparency, fan interaction, community-centered development, and feedback focus is astronomical, especially these days. And honestly, I can't thank 343 enough. I know I'm just some kid sitting behind a laptop and hoping for a better gaming era, but please, any Halo fan who sees this and can recognize what a difference 343 is making and the potential for that difference to spread, just give 343 a thank you. I know I really stroke their ego and I have my biases, but truly, from the bottom of my heart, 343 is a company I can be proud of loving. So, thank you 343. Hey guys, and thank you for listening all the way to the end. I know this might not have been the most entertaining of videos, but if you could leave any kind of feedback or criticisms down in the comments, it would really help me grow. This is something I really want to do. Making videos like this one, mostly about Halo and stuff, is kind of my dream. So just anything that can help me go in the right direction, anything that I'm doing wrong that you guys can kind of point out for me, I would really, really, really appreciate it. So just let me know, and I'll continue to make more content, and hopefully I'll improve, and I don't know, maybe someday I can have enough quality to where I can look back at this video and just cringe. So alright, anyways, yeah, just thank you so much for watching, and just let me know what I can do to be better in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.